Hey soap fans, welcome back to the channel. So June 22 to 26 is going to be absolutely must-see TV, and I mean that literally. Because Deidre Hall is marking her 50th anniversary as Marlena Evans. 50 years. Just let that sink in for a second. The woman is an absolute icon, a legend in the daytime world. And the show is honoring her big time. Monday, June 22, episode 15405. Marlena is reflecting on her 5 decades in Salem and think about everything she has survived. The demonic possessions, the Salem stalker storyline, being kidnapped by Stefano DiMera more times than anyone can count, her epic love stories with Roman Brady and, of course, John Black. And she gets a surprise visitor during this reflection. Who could it be? I am betting it is John Black's spirit, since we are still dealing with the heavy emotional 1-year anniversary of his death, or maybe someone else from her past. But it's going to be a massive tearjerker. I just know I'm going to be crying at my desk typing this up. But while Marlena is taking a trip down memory lane, Belle and Chad are making a massive discovery about the chessboard. Remember that creepy chess set Stefano DiMera left behind in his will? Yeah. Belle and Chad figure something out. We already know the pawn piece is missing, which ties directly back to John Black's origins in 1986, when Stefano wiped his memory and turned him into the pawn. And Chad is warning Belle that someone out there is taking hints from Stefano. They found a hidden key in the set. It's a massive legacy plot, and I am totally here for it. And then we have Kat Green. So Kat is in really hot water. Andrew Donovan shows up and lectures her because Kat is an ISA agent undercover, and she has been lying to EJ DiMera. She is trying to steal his experimental Versavix drug for the government so they can replicate the resurrection formula. But she is getting way too close to EJ. The toxic magnetic attraction is real. And Andrew is probably telling her to get her head in the game before EJ destroys her cover and her life. And speaking of EJ destroying people, EJ unleashes his absolute fury on Kristen. And honestly, she 100% deserves it. Kristen used Sophia Choi to try and murder Johnny DiMera. She had Sophia trap Johnny in his apartment and light a raging fire. EJ is a ruthless DiMera patriarch, but he loves his kids more than anything. So finding out his own sister tried to burn his son alive, yeah, EJ is going to completely lose his mind. He is going to make Kristen pay. The summer preview showed EJ screaming at her, and it's going to be explosive. Just raw, unfiltered DiMera sibling hatred. EJ is probably going to kidnap her or lock her in the secret tunnels. He is not letting this go. So, moving on to Tuesday, June 23, episode 15406. Brady officially becomes part of Black Patch. Steve Johnson is bringing him into the fold, putting the Black back in Black Patch investigations. Which is cool because Brady really needs a distraction from all his messy romances. But he is also a really good investigator. He just tracked down Liam, and he is helping Sarah investigate those tainted drugs. Speaking of Sarah, she needs a favor from Xander, which is super awkward because Sarah just confessed her love to Brady, but she is still secretly drawn to Xander. She has been having these steamy, stressful dreams about him, and Xander is completely delusional, thinking they are getting back together. So whatever favor she needs, Xander is going to read way too much into it, probably thinking it is an invitation to get back into her bed. And then we have Stephanie and Kayla. Stephanie gets real with her mom, and things are really, really bad. Stephanie has severe untreated PTSD from being kidnapped by Owen Kent, and she literally woke up groggy and fired a loaded gun at Joy Wesley inside Alex's apartment. She ignored all of Steve's gun safety rules, so now she is facing arrest by Jada Hunter, and she feels like a total outsider in her own marriage because Joy is using baby Kelsey to bond with Alex. So Stephanie is breaking down. She is suffocating under the pressure of playing the supportive stepmother while dealing with trauma. And Alex, he ends up in panic mode because of Joy. Joy is probably threatening to take Kelsey away back to New York, or maybe Kelsey has another terrifying medical crisis. But Alex is trapped, and Joy is manipulating the whole situation to steal him away from Stephanie. It is a total baby mama drama nightmare. Wednesday, June 24th, episode 15407. Sarah and Brady do more research on the recent Corseal deaths. So, Corseal is the tainted drug that is hitting the streets of Salem, and Sarah lost her patient Destiny to it, and Destiny's sister died too. So this is a massive public health crisis, and they are digging deep to find the source. But across town, Holly Jonas is falling apart. She passes out again, just like she did at the Horton cabin during the teen trip. Holly has been twitchy and erratic. She was caught with pills and snapped at Tate. And she is under massive stress because Amy Choi is relentlessly trying to throw her in prison for manslaughter over Sophia's presumed death. Holly is breaking under the pressure, and passing out is a huge red flag that she is abusing substances again. Tate is going to be terrified. And then we have Liam saying a proper goodbye to Ari. So Liam is leaving town, but Ari knows the devastating truth now. She knows her mother Gabi wrote Liam a massive check to stay away from her. The betrayal is just astronomical. And Ari's relationship with Gabi is completely shattered. Liam is packing up and hitting the road, leaving Ari heartbroken and furious. And speaking of Gabi, Theo is shocked by her. So Gabi just used her Stefan DiMera inheritance money to bail out Titan. She saved the Kiriakis company from defaulting on a massive loan. But now she holds all the cards. And Theo, who is co-CEO of DiMera with Johnny, is probably stunned by her ruthless corporate takeover. Gabi is playing hardball, and she does not care who she crushes in the process. So Thursday, June 25, episode 15408. Kristen turns to Xander because she fears for her life, and she absolutely should. EJ is out for blood after the Johnny fire incident. The summer preview hinted EJ kidnaps her and she might never be seen again. So Kristen is desperate. She wants Xander to be her hitman. She is trying to recruit him to take out EJ before EJ takes her out. But Xander has baby Victoria now. He doesn't want to go back to Statesville prison, but Kristen is incredibly persuasive and manipulative, and Ari wants answers from Gabi. The fallout from the Liam bribe continues. Ari's going to scream at her mother, and Gabi is going to try and justify it by saying she was protecting her, but it's toxic. Just classic Gabi behavior. Trying to control everything with DiMera money. And Holly shares a theory with Tate. Maybe she thinks Sophia is actually still alive, because we know Sophia faked the suicide note to frame Holly, and Kristen bashed her head with a rock. But what if Sophia survived and is hiding? Or maybe Holly has a theory about who planted the pills on her. Meanwhile, Sarah confides in Brady, probably about her lingering, confusing feelings for Xander, or the immense guilt she feels over Destiny's overdose death. And Rita informs EJ that he has a new problem. Who is Rita? Maybe a nurse or a lab tech at the hospital, because Dr. Rolf's Versavix drug is failing. Lexi is dying again. The resurrected lab rat died. And EJ's resurrection science is a total bust. So Rita probably brings him the Grim Lab results, and EJ is going to absolutely panic because Abe is going to kill him. Friday, June 26th, episode 15409. We end the week with Belle and Chad learning more about the mystery of Stefano's chess set. They are following the clues, and they know someone is out there playing Stefano's twisted games. It's a massive legacy mystery that might lead to a huge return. And EJ makes Xander squirm in front of Sarah. So EJ knows Xander and Kristen are sleeping together. EJ is going to out their dirty little secret right in front of Sarah to cause maximum damage. And Sarah is going to be completely disgusted because Kristen is the woman who kidnapped her, drugged her, and shipped her to a deserted island. So Xander is going to look like a total fool, and his chances with Sarah will be ruined. EJ just loves ruining lives when he is backed into a corner. And then Kristen and Brady deliver bad news to Rachel. They have to tell her that Sophia is dead. Rachel's going to be crushed. She's going to fear that she will end up like Sophia. Because Rachel has her own psychological issues and bad seed tendencies. It's going to be a devastating family moment as Brady tries to comfort his daughter. And Stephanie makes an empowering decision. After all the trauma, the gun incident, the Joy drama, and the arrest threat, I bet Stephanie decides to officially leave Alex. She needs to heal. She can't be a stepmother to Joy's baby right now. She has to put her own mental health first and walk away from the toxic Kiriaki's mansion. And finally, Philip and Alex fear what's next for them. Because Gabi now controls Titan. She bailed them out with Demera cash. And Philip and Alex are entirely at her mercy. Gabi is going to make their corporate lives a living hell, and they know they are screwed.